All right, so hey guys, welcome back to another edition of My Business Navigator. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to actually get the security certificate on your custom domain and linking that into GrooveFunnels. All right, all that and more right on the other side of the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of My Business Navigator. This is Antonio, and I'm very happy to be back here with you today because I want to kind of show you something that I realized in the last video that I presented here to you. I showed you how to link directly to GrooveFunnels to Bluehost, or Bluehost to GrooveFunnels, and unfortunately what that does is it creates a unsecure link. Not that it's necessarily bad. The problem is that if there's sensitive information there, actually Google's web browser, Chrome's going to throw up some things. And let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Chrome is going to show this right there. And actually, let's see what, I'm sure that Edge is probably going to give us something. Yep, not secure. It's telling us that it is not secure. Don't put any sensitive information on this site. Are there any trackers going on? What's watching you? So how do we do that? Unfortunately, GroovePages itself doesn't offer, I don't know if they plan on offering in the future or if it's just now, the SSL certificates. Now, that's kind of a downer for me because I know other funnel companies, they will actually include, as soon as you register your domain with them, they will actually provide the security certificate for you. So that is a bit of a downer. Everything's taken care of right there on the spot for you. But there's an easy way around it. You have to use a third party called Cloudflare. So Cloudflare, I just created an account. I just logged in and I was about ready to start filling stuff out. And I said, you know what? Why don't I do this live? It's a great thing. I want to show you how to do it live. I'm going to walk through. I'm going to say disclaimer. I have not used Cloudflare before, but I do have some ideas on how to use it. So let's check it out. Ensure that you're providing the root domain, no subdomains. So let's get rid of that. I included, if you recall, I used the .home. I know that I'm going to need my Bluehost account. So let me just pull that up over here just because I'm moving that over. Not that I don't trust you guys. I just have a couple accounts and stuff that I may not want you to see. I forget what all is on the screen. So to prevent a whole bunch of blurring out and going on the screen, just give me a moment. Bluehost is still working. Bluehost is still working. And wow, it's still working. Let me go to pause here just for a moment. All right. Through the magic of the internet, Bluehost is up. I went to domains and of course my DNS on under here. So if you recall correctly, let me see, where is my CNAME? My CNAME alias underneath my CNAME. Last time what I did is I added the home record, so it'd be home.mybusinessnavigator, added the host10.groovepages.com. So unfortunately that does not sound like it is going to work right now, so let's add this site. And that the reason why is this unsecure comes up, remember? So now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to point Bluehost over to Cloudflare and then Cloudflare back to GrooveFunnels. It's not a registered domain. Did I spell that correctly? Let's do this. So, and okay, so let's do that. It's not a registered domain name. I bet you it's because it's .online. It's having a freak out because of that. I've ran into several occurrences where .online is not registered or looked at. So I'm going to go with the free option here. Website blogs and anyone who wants to explore Cloudflare. I will go with that for small e-commerce websites. If you, well, yeah, I'm going to go with that. So add add DNS records for mybusinessnavigator.online. So it's saying AA proxy traffic for AA, quadruple A, and CNAME records by clicking the Cloudflare icon. So I want to be careful because I have other stuff going on. CNAME, I want FTP. No, I don't want the Go. That I don't want. Are you sure you want to? No, cancel. All right, where is CNAME? Where's the home? See, this one already has, and this one already has. Cloudflare settings for this host domain is being managed by. To request changes, please contact them. Okay, good. Yeah, because I don't want to change that. cPanel. I don't see the .home. So name home, and this is very interesting. I don't see the one that I want listed there. And I thought for sure that I was going to need to take some information over to automatic TTL for 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Okay, so let me double check. FTP, cPanel, Go, IMAP, IPOP, STP. Yep, I don't see it. So I want to add that record. And there we go. Is it alias of this proxy? All right, so that is the main one that I want. DNS only. Okay, HTTP proxy accelerates and protects traffic, bypasses Cloudflare. Now, okay, that is actually good. Thank you for. I'm glad that I looked at that. So this one already has. What I want. That already has a security certificate. So log into your registrar. Who is register via, and then replace Cloudflare's name servers. Register who is. Just scroll up. Scroll up. Contact name servers. Now the who is, I don't think that it's going to be host records points to as the a host. That's exchange. Okay, register. No, that's not. As Bluehost boots up and gets moving. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so verified doesn't show me the who is. So give me a moment to just find that here within Bluehost. I'll be right back with you. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I was looking around and I found what I was looking for. So I misread. Via the determine your registrar via the who is. Actually, my who is blanked because I'm paying for the protection for it. That's what threw me for a loop. But what I'm looking for is these name servers. I need to switch over to these name servers. And so what that comes to say is my name servers are up top here. So if I go into edit, I need a custom name servers, and so when I do custom, this is going to allow me to go here, paste, copy, paste that guy over here. I'm going to hit save. So we're saving. We are good to go. Says that I'm decent. So done. We're going to check the name servers. I want this to be full. I don't want it to be flexible. I don't want it to be, I want it to be end-to-end using self-signed certificates, encrypt end-to-end, but requires a trust Cloudflare. No, full is good for me. I want to always use HTTP or HTTPS. This is going to redirect anything without the secure, without that S. Definitely want to have that, because you don't want somebody accidentally typing HTTP and then your address and not have it come through secure, because then what's going to happen is they're going to have that not secure up there and freak out and say, oh no, your channel is no good or your website's no good. Forget about, no. Just go with the all the time secure. Reduce file size of source code on your website. Purge cache to have your change take effect immediately. No, I'm not. I don't think that I'm going to do that. Speed up page load times with your visitors HTTP by applying compression. Okay, maybe we'll leave that on. So we checked. I thought that I was good. Please check back in a few hours. So this can take some time for everything to transfer across. We see how for some reason Bluehost was actually loading a little bit slow, which is I'm not digging too much right now. So very curious how this will post up. And actually, while we're at it, let's take a look at My Business Navigator. Let's see if this comes up. See, I already have the certificate right there, so I don't need to go with an additional certificate, I don't believe. So with that said, let's come back here, recheck. May only submit one one recheck per hour. Darn it. Okay, so with that said, so that will, you know, take some time, and that will need to port over. We added the DNS records. So let's take a look at our record. I want to make sure that what we want is happening. So home goes here. That is exactly what we want and what I can do. Then in this name servers, I want to get rid of. Oh wow, it took. Okay, so it automatically took those out of here. So I left my mail in and left this in. Oh, this is very interesting. Okay, so if you recall before, all those other hosts were already right here, where now everything's been ported over to here. So that's pretty interesting. DNS only. And then I can delete anything that I see that I don't like, but I can't remember a lot of this stuff anyway, so we're going to leave all that. And so let's see. I want to verify this is at full, and I want to check one other thing and make sure that it happened. Access. Just go through real quick and see if there's anything else. Manage rules. Okay, so security firewall. Flood of, okay, yeah, so I want to prevent that flood. But, okay, so edge certificates. Yes, so this rule is already created. I just wanted to make sure that was. Oh, there's a new protocol. I wonder how long it'll be before we're forced to do that. If you take a look, HSTS, I have to look into that, and maybe I'll learn a little bit on that. But this is going to be another enforced service. I'm sure will be coming along the lines. All right, so with that said, I'm not going to keep on bouncing around, but I would assume it will take probably 24 hours for this to come about. and I'll probably jump back on here tomorrow to show you that everything has gone through and the DNS server has been approved. Let's see, can I recheck it? No, only one recheck an hour. All right, I was hoping it was going to work. So with that, guys, I'm going to say that is how you hook everything up. So professionally, all right, don't actually, I'm not, yeah, this is how you actually should hook it up. So this way you're going to have the SSL certificate. So you're going to bring in the third-party Cloudflare, who is a trusted server. They have obviously very well known. They have served a lot of businesses, and you see how easy it is to work with Bluehost. You just change your servers in there, and everything else works very, very easily. So with that said, I'll come back on here tomorrow probably just to show you that the certificates have actually taken effect. They could take up to 24 or 48 hours to make that happen, but I don't think it usually doesn't take that long. And so with that said, guys, don't forget there's that subscribe button down there at the bottom. And also don't forget to hit that notification bell. And if you found any value with this video, give me a thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts about the certificate and actually having to go out and use a third-party company versus GrooveFunnels actually providing the certificate for you in-house. Very interested to hear your thoughts and feedback on that. Myself, I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm not so much liking it. I like to be able to have it all in one shot, all in one go, if you will. Anyway, till next time, keep on digging your wells. Talk to you later. Bye. Hey, all right, so we're about a half hour after I left off from the previous recording. I was about ready to shut everything down and going through and moving files to where they need to be, getting ready for next week. And I realized, hey, let me go in and just check. I'm going to refresh my homepage. I understand Cloudflare, they haven't checked it. That 1 hour mark hasn't been set, so it will go back and check the servers with Bluehost as of yet. But I found something very pleasantly surprising and kind of just made my head shake. Yes, oh yeah. And well, figure party time, let's go. There we go. So enough of the giggles. I know I'm cheesy like that, but you see here we have the certificate. It is there. It's perfect. That is what we wanted to see and what this whole process was to go through. So not difficult. It's just an extra step taking Cloudflare. And you see here that they haven't yet reinstated me to get a recheck through the system. And actually I'll refresh it here just to see. Let's see. Oh, great news. Cool. So it did come through. Commonly used options, and it has the different options. I'll go through those later. Purge. Okay, so you can purge your website's cache if you want to. I actually will have to read up more on all that good information later to find out. The main thing that I wanted to do is make sure that it forces all the information over to anybody that tries to come into this site. I want to make sure. So if somebody types in just http://home.mybusinessnavigator.com or .online rather, what is going to come up? And you see that it automatically brings it right over to there. So one more time, I'm going to take out the http period. I'm just going to go home.mybusinessnavigator.online. What's going to come up? What's going to happen? Force it right over to the secure connection. This is what we wanted to see, everybody. That right there, it's so important. I mean, really, all of the browsers nowadays, they're all throwing up these flags to our customers saying that, hey, this guy is not protecting your information, so be very wary about putting your email address, your phone number, your at home address, God forbid, on that, or even your credit card information. You can't not have the security certificate, the secure socket. You just cannot have that. So having that on there, all the browsers are now telling your customers, hey, this guy is taking care of your information. You can enter in your social security, your not that we ever collect that, but you can go ahead and enter in your credit card information. You can enter in your phone number, your name, your email address, your home address, your child's first name, whatever it is. You can enter it in because your information is secure. We're making sure that it's secure. And Cloudflare, thank you very much for allowing us to work with you for such a great price. Absolutely free. You can't beat that price. So with that, guys, I know I said it before, but that's subscribe down there. Do me a favor, hit that for me along with that notification bell. I greatly appreciate that. And if there's any comments that you want to leave down below, tips, tidbits that you have for me about these other options, and I'll actually put that out there to all my other viewers. If there's any additional options that I did not see in here that I did not go over, please let me know. Let me know down in the comments. I would love to repost and to make another video to go more in detail on some of the other advanced settings within Cloudflare to make sure everything runs smoothly. So with that said, everybody, keep digging your well. Okay? We'll talk to you later. Bye.